Okay, hello everyone, my name's Keith. I'm taking over for Jesse as his mic's broken. So I'm going to be interviewing some people from Karnage Esports. And starting off, we have Max Curran. Hey Max.
Right.
um, Before we get into the StarCraft part, just give us a little bit of knowledge. So where are you from?
I'm from
And how old are you?
I'm from Glasgow, in Scotland. I turned 17 just last week.
Okay. And Max, in StarCraft, what's your race?
Play Protoss.
Okay, and what's your do you play on the European server or the Korean server?
Mainly European server at first, but recently, for the last 6 months, I preferred the North American server. Just
Okay.
because it's a different place there. And, I
Okay.
prefer it.
What's your league on both
Uh,
of those servers?
Masters in both.
Okay. Okay. So these interviews will just be a precursor to a live tourney on Friday the 22nd at 7 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Um, Now we'll talk about this clan war. Actually, no, we'll talk about Carnage a bit, then we'll talk about the clan war. So explain some of the experiences you've had with Carnage. Like,
Well,
have you had many events or like any kind of in real world sort of get together or anything like that? What's Carnage like?
Yeah, well, I joined Carnage about beginning of August 2012.
Okay.
After I was on our UK team before that, and that was about 3 weeks to a month before the only live event I've been to with Carnage, which is I-46, I believe.
Okay.
And that was pretty fun.
Did
I
you
met
compete
all the
in that tournament?
Yes, I did.
Okay. How'd it go?
First day was the group stages. I got a pretty easy group, to be fair.
Okay.
So I managed to get through that. I lost one game to a Zerg called Jamesicans, and then the next day, in the knockout stages, it was last 32. I played against Orc, who I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's one of the really good UK players. He just signed for Dignitas.
Okay.
So
So
first
wait,
game,
was this your first big tournament?
this was my first big
Oh
offline
man,
tournament.
I remember my first big one. I was so nervous.
Yeah.
Were you
Well,
nervous at the tournament? Like,
I don't know. I feel like I play better in tournaments than I do
oh,
on
okay.
ladder.
Okay,
It's
fair
really
enough.
strange. Yeah. So first game, I kind of lost badly. Second game, I should have won against them, but well.
Yeah, were these
it
best
ha-
of threes?
Yeah, near best of three. So I
Yeah,
lost
because
2-0.
I've noticed like a big thing at tournaments. Like when you're playing on ladder, you kind of just practice your build, or you just do a variation of what builds you can do. But at tournaments, there's a whole metagame factor, and you've got to think about like what builds you've just done, what you should do next. You got to factor in the fact that you kind of know his playstyle sort of a little bit from playing like 1 or 2 games with him in the best of three. Yeah, it's a lot different. It's really fun. Okay, anyways, thanks for that. So back to this, talking about this clan war. I don't think there's too many questions after this, but who do you think will be the hardest and easiest opponent, maybe in the Dominion Gaming Challenge? I guess easiest is a bit of a it's a bit mean, but so do you know much about Dominion Gaming Challenge and who you'll be facing?
No, I've been told that it's all the people from Carnage are going to be in it, and that's all I know so
Okay.
far.
All right. Well, unless Jesse, there's any more questions I got to ask. I think that's just it.
Well, I can address the thing about the easiest people, the hardest.
Okay.
Hardest would probably be Jimmy, because and then practice games, the last about 10 practice games, I've
Okay.
lost every
What
game.
races him?
Jimmy's Terran.
Ah, okay.
My PVT isn't very good.
Okay.
And, easiest, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't want.
Fair enough.
I'll just.
All right.
I'll just go for it. I'll say pads, perhaps, because with PVZ, I've always thought it's my strongest matchup.
What strategies are you doing at the moment in PvZ? Without, I guess I don't think they'll be watching this anyway. But what do you tend to go for in that? Do you kind of go for like that 3-base all-in, or like Immortal Sentry, or like
In Wings of Liberty, I'm going
really late game?
I'm going every game basically freebase all in because that's just.
Oh
I
yeah,
feel
you
like
get it. You get it. That build is so strong. Holy
I don't like Immortal Century all in, but
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
mean it's strong and it can work. Like especially if you do it perfectly and they misstep on their macro. But I feel like I can beat it, and it's kind of like it's a bit of black and white. If you can get your force fields down and get a really cost efficient engagement, then you're fine. But if not, you kind of just get overwhelmed. But the 3-base all in is so much more stable and solid. It's so good.
I just feel it plays towards my playstyle because you can adapt.
Yeah.
The Immortal Century is very static, but freebase
Yeah, yeah,
all in,
and
there's
you
different
can
variations.
increase. Yeah, and you can increase the skill cap of it as well. Like you can include like Warp Prism Harass in it.
Yeah, that's what I like to do. Like a
Things
lot
like
of
that.
my PVZs, when it gets to the freebase all in, I like to do. This is kind of gimmicky, but I like to go. If I'm facing like a heavy roach style, I go
Yeah.
Stalker Immortal Archon. With Archons, go DTs like 14 minutes, and then
Oh, okay.
I fly a Warp Prism into their main base and just snipe off all their tech with DTs.
That's not even cheesy. Yeah, like
Yeah, it just works. It's just so
like just
effective.
late game DTs. If you just send like if you either do the Warp Prism Harass in the main, or just send them to all the different expansions, just one, then they tend to do like some really nice damage. But okay, I think that wraps it up. Thanks for doing this interview with us, Max, and cheers.
Thank you.